Now we have an unbelievable story. An American company has agreed to remove biblical references from the gun sites it was providing to the U.S. Army in Iraq and Afghanistan. This after protests by Muslim groups. Dalia Mahmood is the director for the Muslim Public Affairs Committee in New York. She joins me live to talk about this latest development. Dalia, what was your initial reaction when you heard about these gun scopes?
Hi, thanks for having me. I think, like many Americans, I think it was really an initial reaction of shock. I think that not just as a Muslim American, but as any American, it's really apparent that this is a clear violation of the ban on proselytizing by the U.S. Armed Forces. And so, in fact, I think it's probably a little bit more shocking as a Christian American to see that, gun scopes are being inscripted with, references to the book of John and book of Corinthians. Killing and I guess violence of any sort should never be endorsed or associated with any faith, in my opinion.
So interesting. This actually does coincide with your faith beliefs, but on legal grounds you say this is just completely wrong.
Absolutely. On legal grounds, it's completely wrong. They're really, I think what's really encouraging is that the U.S., the Pentagon and Defense Secretary Robert Gates has actually come out and also expressed concern about this, and very immediately Trigicon has sent out 100 of these code removal kits so that they can remove these references on the scopes that exist out there with the Marines and the armies that are in the field. So it is promising that this, action has been quickly rectified, both by our government and also by the defense contractor. I think what it does speak to is there really needs to be a lot more scrutiny of contractors and of the religious and cultural sensitivity that contractors have in the work that they do for our government.
Okay, just to play devil's advocate a little bit, are we just trying to be too PC? How much does it really matter what's inscribed in these gun scopes?
I'm sorry, say one more time?
I said just to play devil's advocate, are we just being a little too politically correct? How important really is a little inscription in a gun scope?
I think it's actually really important, I think, in anything that the government does to ensure that it abides by the Constitution and by the laws that this country was founded on. So I don't really think it's a political correctness issue. I think it's an American issue to make sure that nothing is done in violation of Constitution, again, of the idea that we would proselytize as any action that's associated with the U.S. Armed Forces.
All right, Dalia Mahmood, thank you for weighing in with